My name is Chris McGowan. I'm one of the co-owners here at Wildcat.
I'm Shane McGowan, Chris's twin brother, also a co-owner here at Wildcat. Well, I kind of ended up in Connecticut by accident. I was living and working in the city in Brooklyn for the last 17 years. I needed a break from that grind and took a little breather while my brother was living out in Milford on the beach. So once I spent the summer doing that, I couldn't go back to the grind of the subway and all that, and just felt a lot better here and good to be with my brother again and work alongside him. So we first opened up a couple restaurants in New Haven, and then we opened that with another partner when we thought it would be a better fit just to do it just the two of us. We've gotten away from that, and this is our solo location right now.
So that was kind of, I guess, a little bit of a twin thing that sometimes happens with us. We knew what the concept would be. The cocktail forward concept we wanted to go with, a lot of ideas that we had with it, but the name we never really discussed. We had been doing some other things, like a tiki pop-up called Los Flamingo, where we incorporated some tattoo art and some other things, and I had brought some old school tattoo art with panthers and leopards, and well, you can't see behind you, but then Shane had also brought to the meeting these beautiful pen and ink drawings that his girlfriend had acquired from an antique shop years ago. So we both kind of, in a way, brought these Wildcats to the meeting.
But we never spoke about Wildcats in any other way before the meeting. We met with we have one other business partner, Jonathan. So we just met with a bunch of ideas and kind of tried to cycle through it, and we both were centering on this idea of Wildcats without knowing it. So even Jonathan was like, "You guys talked about this before." We're like, "No, like we're just as freaked out as you." Yeah, and then the pen and ink drawings are from like the late 1890s. Just beautiful things that my girlfriend had in her studio forever that I was always drawn to. So we kind of just thought it would be a cool concept for a cocktail forward bar to kind of let the name speak for itself, not tavern and restaurant, or just it's Wildcat. So once people get to know what we're doing here, it's cocktail forward, that we're rotating small plates, the space will speak for itself. We tend to lean toward these size spaces because they're intimate. They always feel full, even if it's a little bit on the quieter side. We don't have to compromise or accommodate. We don't have to have pizza and wings and small plates. We can do kind of exactly what we want to do and get the right crowd that we want. Not that there's a bad crowd, but just that who we want to cater to as far as higher end cocktails and food. So we probably would lean, I think, into a space this size again. But yeah, we haven't really seen a true picture of what's going to happen here because this is the slow time for Hamden. So we're trying to wait before we kind of cement what we might want to do next until we see the true picture, like what's going to happen over a year here.
Well, cocktail forward, I mean, everything we do here is with purpose, and the food is as important, but as you see around us, it's all high tops. It's more, we want to be refined, but also casual in that sense that you can come here and have a few drinks and some small plates, or you can do the whole 3-course dinner if you wanted to grab some appetizers, entree, dessert kind of thing, but it's more lends itself to not being more of the stricture of a normal restaurant in that sense.
I think cocktail forward is kind of a sort of generic term, but basically it means, for me and us, I think, that it's the drinks are just as important as the food. So it doesn't take away from the food. It's just a lot of restaurants and bars might try to align their cocktails with their food, and it sometimes doesn't really work out. But that's our whole background is in cocktails and beverage. So we're kind of using our strengths and the strengths of our kitchen. These are people that we've worked with for years now, to kind of have a balance there between the food and the drink. We come up with all the recipes. We do work with our other two. There's a small staff, so there's only 2 other bartenders, and then we bartend as well. So we collaborate with them. We started out with our kind of opening cocktail menu, and we're working with them to kind of make it all collaborative. So we all have some story behind each cocktail, and we all are contributing it. So everybody kind of takes it personally in a good way, like they do it with intention. If I had to pick, I lean more towards stirred cocktails, so more like spirit forward, think like Negroni, Manhattan, old-fashioned style. Primarily whiskey or gin will always win me over.
Yeah, I tend to lean that way, but I also have an affection for agave spirits as well. So we have some really great mezcal drinks, some Sotal and tequilas that we do some different things with, different types of amaros and liqueurs, herbal liqueurs, alpine liqueurs. So I have a favorite drink until I have a new favorite drink. It's kind of, I guess, the answer to that. Yeah, so we still have our connection to our previous clientele that was, and all of our guests and friends that we made connections with our previous restaurants based in New Haven. But we didn't move that far away, so we still have a lot of support from them. And Hamden itself has been great, and really seem to be really excited about something new and different in the neighborhood. Us being not leaning Italian or more bar-centric, we kind of offer something that was missing, I think, in this neighborhood.
Yeah, and we're trying to create like a sense of community too with the other bars and restaurants. We try to stay open a little later, so they can have their after shift drink or hang out with their coworkers. So we've been seeing that little by little trickling in on the later side. So that's kind of been nice to see, like a place that people can meet that work in the area and have a drink after work.
You can find us at CT Wildcat on Instagram, Wildcat Hamden on Facebook, and we're located in the 3000 Whitney Avenue Plaza in Hamden. Hope to see you guys soon. Cheers.
Cheers.